All right, so it's a beautiful, beautiful day outside up here in the mountains of Otterwild, the sacred mountains of Otterwild. And today is Friday, Good Friday. So this is for all my Catholic and Christian brothers and sisters out there. I'm gonna make a seafood dish. I'm gonna make calamari steaks. I'm gonna make them really quickly because literally I only have 25 minutes before my girlfriend shows up. And yeah, so let's rock and roll. I already have all my ingredients, so let me just bring the camera around here. I have my my hot oil. Actually, it's warming up to get hot. It's actually duck fat. You could use any kind of fat. This is obviously not for vegans. It's pescatarian with a little bit of animal fat. And then I also have, let me put the camera down here. And actually, I'll put it on this side because the sun isn't so bright. So bear with me, please. All right, so I have some fresh garlic slivers, fresh garlic. I have a Meyer lemon. I have beautiful, robust Italian parsley. And then I have some spices, the typical, you know, salt and pepper, and everything is organic. Herbs de Provence and some basic all-purpose seasoning. What else? Ooh, I've got some flax seeds. I'll explain those later. And then I have a package from Sprouts of the super greens salad, right? Field greens, super greens. And it's a combination of spinach, kale, a couple other things. A lot of wonderful benefits there. And of course I have my main course, which is the calamari steaks. Okay, so I bought them at Sprouts as well. They're already cut up for me. So what am I going to do first? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the calamari steaks when I cook them. I'm going to put them on a bed of wilted greens. Okay, why? Because I could put them on a raw salad. I'll tell you why. In my experience as a holistic health practitioner and a holistic health and wellness coach, I recommend to my clients, and I do it myself, to eat a combination of cooked and raw foods. Okay, it's nice for the digestive system in the body, and it gets things flowing, and it's not, you know, typical and mundane. We got to mix things up. So it's nice to have a combination of raw and fresh. So normally I do a salad, but right now I'm going to wilt these greens really quickly in this pan. And it's on low, the pan's on low. I'm going to turn it up to medium. And these are called wilted greens because you don't overcook them. You just wilt them till they're gently soft. So I'm just going to throw, I don't know, that's probably a decent, just a handful. Okay, a little more. And then I'm going to start, actually I'm going to put this away in the fridge first. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the organic all-purpose seasoning just to have a different flavor in there. Oh, I know what I forgot. My garlic. I actually should have put the garlic first. See, I made another mistake. The reason why I should have put the garlic first is because it'll take a little longer to cook. But that's okay. So just kind of stirring them up like this. Oops. Maybe dropping a piece. And if I don't think that's enough, this is a single portion, but if I don't think that's enough, I can add some more. Like I said, you don't want to overcook them. You just want to wilt them. And I will tell you, the cooked garlic, I want it a little soft as well. Let me see here. Let me move this over here. See that? So now I'm going to move it over here. Ah! Hello. On my little plate, I'm going to put it on the little plate here. The wilted greens with the quickly and lightly sauteed garlic. So let's come around this way. And remember, these will continue to cook in the pan because they're hot. Okay, so there's a little bit of wilted garlic right there. That's a small portion. I could double it, but that's okay. That's fine. This is just for the video purposes, and it's going to be my light lunch. Actually, my late breakfast, my break fast, is going to be a wilted, lightly sauteed, wilted greens and garlic. That took me less than 5 minutes. And then now I'm going to do the calamari. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way, show you what I have here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, let's think about that. Okay, I used duck fat to cook the wilted greens because it's a nice flavor. Now I'm going to choose to use Organic Valley ghee, clarified butter, because I like the flavor of butter and lemon on my calamari and like my shrimp and stuff. So let's see, I'm going to put a little bit of fat. Yeah, I'm kind of like a little confused right now. Probably because I woke up at 3 a.m. and had actually 3:30 a.m. meditation for 30 minutes, and I fell back to sleep. So part of me feels a little off, but that's okay. Sometimes I am. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to turn this on low. I'm going to add some ghee to this pan. And this is going to go really quickly. I think that's enough. That's about a big old fat heaping teaspoon. See how it's melting around there? So while that is melting, I'm going to quickly angle the camera down here so you can see what's happening on the cutting board. Just roll the Meyer lemon. I chose a Meyer lemon because see how soft and smooth the skin is? See that? Soft and smooth. It's a Meyer lemon, and Meyer lemons have a juice that's a little sweet. Not much. It's a combination of sweet and tart, and it's really beautiful for cooking and for flavoring. Okay, so I chose a Meyer lemon. So right now I'm just going to cut it in half like this. Put it aside for now. I'm going to take some sprigs of the parsley here, right? Remember the parsley? And I'm going to just gently pull them off. Not a whole lot. If you want, you could even use some scissors, pastry shears. Thanking the beautiful plants. No vegans and vegetarians are probably watching this because it's not vegan and vegetarian. It's pescatarian, a seafood dish. But vegans and vegetarians, if you happen to be watching, or if you have a friend that's a vegan or vegetarian, please remind them that this is also live. Yes, vegans and vegetarians, you also eat food that's alive. So I don't want to say the K-I-L-L word, but basically it's extremely important to me in my spiritual practice to thank all the foods. Thank you, plant spirits. Thank you, animal spirits. Thank you, seafood spirits. The spirit of the plant that gave its life force energy so that we can live and thrive. Vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, carnivores, breatharians, whatever you are, sexitarians. Anyway, so blessing the food. So all I'm going to do here is just, no more social commentary. I'm just going to kind of twist it, and I'm going to rough chop it like this. Trying to get my fingertips out of the way, just using the knuckles to guide. And I'm not a professional chef. I'm a wonderful home chef. So my knife skills aren't perfect, but they're fun. And then I personally do like the stem, so I'm going to add a little bit, leave the stem in there and just kind of chop it a little smaller. So there's my parsley. All right, so that's ready, that's ready. Here is the calamari. So now what's going to happen? The calamari is going to get cooked. I have a little bit of herbs de Provence that I'm going to use in the sauce. So let me angle the camera this way now so you can see the fry pan. So once again, swirl the oil so it's evenly distributed. And keep in mind that there's a little bit of garlic in there. It kind of turned brown. I'm going to take that out. Keep in mind that the seafood's probably going to be a little bit wet, so it might splat. So you want to be very careful. You want to angle it away from you, like so. Gently. There we go. I'll do one more. I'll save the last one for tomorrow, leftover tomorrow. So put them there, nice and gently. Let them saute. Let me rinse my fingers and hands. Actually, I'll wash them because I was working with some seafood. So there is a potential of cross-contamination. I don't want to freak out and get all obsessive about and being germophobic, because it's my belief and experience that the more germophobic you are, the more ill you get, because you don't build up a resistance to stuff. So anyway, but I did wash my hands with some soap. So these are going to cook on a medium heat and not long. The reason why you don't want to cook the calamari long is because if you do, it turns rubbery, and there's nothing yickier or worse than rubbery calamari, aka squid. So let's keep an eye on that for a moment while I move this extra piece out of the way. Stick it in the fridge for now. So, all right. Another thing too, this is my leftover. I could stick it in a little container with a lid, but I'm just going to keep it on the plate. And I'm going to cover the plate with tin foil. But one of the things I do, I don't like tin foil touching my food because it's aluminum and it's toxic. So what I do is this. I'll show you one of my tricks. Leftover on the plate, I'm just going to stick a little toothpick in there, and then I'm going to cover it like this. So what happens is the toothpick is going to keep, the height of the toothpick is going to keep the tinfoil from touching my calamari. See? So it's nicely sealed, and it'll be perfect for leftovers tomorrow. So I'm just going to stick it in the fridge now. Get it out of the way. And then come back here to the calamari. Why calamari? Calamari is squid. Calamari is extremely, you want to swirl the fat so you have enough when you flip it over. There we go. So those are going to cook for a moment while I share a little bit about calamari. Let me angle my camera here. So I chose calamari because it's obviously Good Friday, and a lot of religious people who go to church like to adhere to the ideology and their rules and habits of the church. So the rule is no fish on Friday. Anyway, long story short, or no meat on Friday, apologize. So it's fish. So this particular fish, calamari, is extremely high in protein, so it helps build muscle. It has a lot of calcium and vitamin B. It also has zinc, and it's very, very, very low in mercury. Probably one of the lowest in mercury. There's a lot of light behind me on my kitchen door. So anyway, that's why I chose the calamari. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one of two things right now. I'm going to take one of the pieces of the, actually I'm going to take all these calamaris out, and then I'm going to make the sauce, okay? And once again, I don't want to cook it really long, because if you cook it long and overcook it, it gets rubbery. There's nothing worse than rubbery food, especially if you want it, if it tastes great. I mean, it could taste great, but if it's rubbery, it ruins it, in my experience. So I'm just going to angle this and show you how I'm just going to take them out of the pan here real quickly. And I'm going to stick them on this little plate. I'll show you that in a second, how they're nicely just placed off to the side. So that was probably a total of 5 minutes. Okay, so here's my little plate of calamari that's going to wait off to the side while I make the sauce. Okay, so remember the parsley. I'm going to add the parsley here. I'm going to save a little bit of it to sprinkle on the top. But add the parsley. Then I'm gonna quickly crush some organic herbs de Provence, because I love the flavor of a little bit of lavender and thyme in there as well. Not a lot. And remember, you put it between your hands and you rub it and crunch it, because it releases the flavors of the dry ingredients. Then yes, I do need some more fat. You can see how it's starting to stick. So I'm going to add a little more scoop of the ghee. And I'm going to start mixing it up a little bit. Okay? So this is, you can see what I did. I made this, I used the flavors that the calamari has cooked in, and I'll take some of those juices too. See that? Put it back in the pan, the juices from the calamari, and put it back in, because that's going to be part of the flavoring. And once again, you don't want to cook it real long. You do want a little more fat. So I've added probably a total of another tablespoon of fat in there. Okay, I'm gonna get a proper utensil, my favorite. This, and you just kind of scrape all the wonderful flavors from the calamari. You scrape them off, mix it around. Now I'm gonna add. I need a fork. Fork. I'm gonna add the juice of a half a lemon. But let me take out the seeds. I'm just poking them out here. And I'll probably get some seeds in there, but that's okay. So you stick the tines of the fork. These are the tines. You stick them in the middle, and then you twist and squeeze at the same time. Actually, I just decided I'm going to add the juice of 2 lemons. Here's some seeds I didn't get out, so let me grab those now. Got a little hot there. Okay, I'm going to add the juice of 1 whole lemon. So I'll squeeze this one in. So there we have the equivalent of 1 whole lemon. The equivalent juices of 1 whole lemon. And then, now I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. But I have a secret ingredient. Totally secret ingredient. Let me just add a little bit of cracked pepper here. Oh, it smells delightful. So basically the flavor is a lemon butter parsley sauce. There's already garlic in the wilted greens. A little bit of ground sea salt. And then a quick stir here. A stir and a scrape. Remember, there's delicious flavors at the bottom of this pan from the calamari fillets. So it's a quick mix. But here's the key. The key is, here's the secret. See that? Can you see that? Behind my eyeballs? Those are whole, beautiful whole flax seeds. That's the secret surprise. Flax seeds. You don't want to overcook them, because mostly, well, actually all of their nutrition are in raw. So when you start cooking stuff and overcooking stuff, you start killing the beautiful nutrition. So I'm just going to add, I don't know, maybe like a 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half. That's probably a tablespoon and a half. And you can add as many as you want. And I'm going to turn the heat off. Turning the heat off because the pan's warm. And I'm just going to toss them up. Why did I decide to throw flax seeds in there? How random is that? Calamari and freaking flax seeds? I'll tell you why. You know why? First and foremost, because I'm a holistic health practitioner and health and wellness coach. I teach my clients how to cook healthy, wholesome meals based on their body type, but with a twist, you know, adding an extra ingredient that's more beautiful and vibrant and healthier for the body. In this case, it happens to be the calamari. It has a slightly nutty flavor. It's going to be nice. I know it is. And the other thing is, too, is calamari is extremely rich in many minerals and vitamins. Vitamin E, K, C, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, fiber, magnesium, calcium, and iron. So, there you have it. That's why I chose the flaxseed. So you get an extra healthy twist in your calamari, with your calamari steak. So watch what I do here. I'm gonna plate. So I'm just gonna take my calamari that's already cooked and my plate that's been waiting, with my wilted greens and garlic, and I'm gonna place the calamari on top like that. And then there's a little bit of juice left here. So as I lick my fingers, I'm gonna actually purposely drop it in the pan. And it's just gonna make more of a flavor, more as I mix it. So this is my leftover calamari cooked now. So then coming back here, all I'm gonna do is mix it up real quick one last time to blend those beautiful juices from the calamari fillets. And then after I feel it's, you know, blended, I'm just going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move my plate over here. And I'm going to just dollop a little bit of these beautiful parsley and lemon garlic butter and flaxseed, a little bit of that on top, a mound of it on top. And then I'm going to take some of the healthy oils and I'm going to drizzle that on top too. Just a little bit. Want to save some for the rest of them. Wow! Woohoo! Oh, and then let me just sprinkle one last time with a little bit of the leftover fresh parsley. See? See that? So I got a little bit, I have a little bit of fresh parsley and a little bit of raw parsley, or cooked parsley, cooked and raw. So a double whammy. So you there, see, look at that. Brothers and sisters, can you see with the light? Let's find a good spot in here. I'll bring it to the window. There. Wasn't that amazing? And I know it's gonna taste amazing. Anyway, so that's my beautiful, quick recipe. That was like 22 minutes long, and that was with futzing around. So you could probably whip that out by the time you start and finish prep, you know, prepping it, chopping it, and getting things ready. You could probably whip it out within 30 minutes or less. So this is one of the quickest cooking videos I've ever made. So now here's the secret. Or no, the secret was the flax. A little bit of salt, because I do like my sea salt, and Himalayan sea salt. And then I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to eat it and I'm going to share with you what I think. But once again, lots of protein. The flax seeds were a random surprise for you, I know. That was just my creative juices firing up at the last minute. I know, make a calamari steak for Good Friday, but do something different. Throw flax seeds in it because you can, and they're healthy, and they have a nice nutty flavor. So anyway, that's why I did that, and I shared the many benefits. So let me take a bite here. I'll cut a piece first of all. Just look at that, beautiful, with the wilted greens, right? I don't even know where to start. I'll start here. This one, nice and tender because I didn't overcook it. It's not all rubbery. I'm gonna place a little bit of the beautiful parsley and flax dressing on top. Grab a little scoop of the wilted greens from the bottom. Here it is. But here's the challenging part. I'm salivating. I'm ready to taste this and enjoy it. Ready? See that beautiful, the dressing, the sauce that I made is dripping off the bottom. Thank you. Thank you, seafood spirits. Thank you, plant spirits. Thank you, great benevolent spirit of the universe. I'm thoroughly blessed with this beautiful meal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was a big bite. So, it's delicious. Calamari steaks you can get at Sprouts right now. They're actually on sale. They're freaking delicious. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Many blessings to you. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, even one thing, please share it. Share it with a friend. Share it with the world. Until we meet again, many blessings to you. Namaste.